Hello there, everybody. How you doing? Don't know what's going on with the live. No idea what's going on with the live. It's not working. Don't know what to say really. Hello, who's there? Oh, no, someone's gone. So, anyone can see this, please drop a comment because I have no idea what's going on with live. It's gone crazy. Just won't work. And the picture's rubbish because I have to use my laptop now because of the YouTube rule changes. Evil Spartacus, how do? Yeah, so, 3 people. Yeah, sorry for the other live not working. I don't know why it's not working. Um, ugh, no idea. No idea. Yeah, and again, sorry for the camera because obviously until you got 1,000 subs, you've got to do it from your laptop because you can't do it from your mobile anymore. And sadly, my laptop camera is dreadful, but my phone camera is awesome. So, pants. The Dawn Chorus, how you doing? You're just up the road from me, I think. Dojo, you made it. How you doing? Yeah. Um, I'll give it 5-10 minutes to see how many people drop in. Not expecting a lot really. I just thought, you know what, it's about time I did a live really. Uh, Australia, g'day mate. It's terrible, wasn't it? Yeah, dreadful. So yeah, what does everyone know? What's everyone been up to? You all been out and about in your allotments and your gardens. Forecast of frost tonight in the Shire. So yeah, I imagine Dawn Chorus will probably be fleecing up just up the road from me. And look from his videos, there he's in the countryside, so it should be colder than where I am. Yeah, 5 people here. Hello. What else was I going to say? Yeah. So it was just a catch up, really. It wasn't anything too planned. Hence, I'm rambling. I had a crap day basically. I had a really, really crap day down the allotment. Just got in from fleecing. Yeah, it's going to be needed. I went out about an hour ago, and I covered over what I could with see-through plastic and things like that to keep as much into the heat as possible. But I think it'll be okay where I am because I've got houses all around me and stuff. So hey ho. So yeah, it's been a rubbish day really down the allotment because all the allotment wars have kicked off again, which is rubbish. Excuse me. And basically, the horrible person who likes to give me grief has started up, that time of year again. Obviously, bored. So yeah, it's been a rubbish day. Part of me felt like I wanted to come onto YouTube and I was going to do a live and have a beer, although my beer's in the fridge now and I can't bother to go and get it, and rant about this horrible, horrible person. I'll give it a couple more minutes, see if anyone else drops in. I think the most I've ever had in a live before is about 12. So the fact that there's 6 here already, that's 8. So yeah, who's in the room then? Oh, you've got someone the same on your allotment. Well, this has been going on ages, mate. Haha. Jesper Parnevik. Please tell me some of you know who Jesper Parnevik is. I got a thumbs up. Thank you very much. Whoever gave me the thumbs up. Where you live, you haven't had a frost for 3 years. But you've got crocodiles. If I had to weigh up, like frosts and crocodiles and frosts, I think I'd go with the frost. 7 people, 4 likes. Thank you very much. Hey, it's Nick. How are you doing? I was just telling him all about my allotment wars situation. Nick probably knows a little bit more about it to any of the new people because he's probably seen older videos where I've mentioned it. 8 people now. Hello, how you doing? No frost, I know. I bet you have like strawberries all year round, don't you, in Australia? I bet you can just like buy bare roots, stick them in, 12 weeks later, have strawberries. Aren't your winters like 23 degrees or something? Oh, how nice would it be to be able to grow salads outside all year round? Right, so shall I get into the whole allotment war situation? Um, this could involve a lot of rambling, and I apologise for. Um, sorry, I got my hat on because my hair's a mess. I apologise for the rambling, but hey ho. So, had this person on my allotment site now for seems like forever. I've actually been there longer than them, but since day one, I come in and they did an amazing job. Their allotment is great, and you've probably seen it. It's the one in the corner. It's got a little wooden fence around it, and it's brilliant. Thing is, this person believes that her allotment is the best allotment there, and every allotment should look exactly like hers. So she hates my allotment with a passion, absolutely hates it, to the point where probably once she got her feet in the allotment and she settled down, she started to make snarky comments and this, that, and the other about the fact that I recycle stuff, the fact that I've got a bath for a pond and all that kind of stuff. And anyway, but I kind of let all those slide. So then, a year or so, a few months down the line, um, her son gets an allotment and he has 2 dogs. So the dogs are coming down, not a problem. Next thing I know, start to get dog poo all over my allotment. Um, and dogs are like just crapping everywhere, basically. So have words, nothing changes. So I decide I'm going to put up a fence. It wasn't a fence around my allotment originally. I was going to put up a fence. So I put up the fence and get it a load of grief. Why are you putting up a fence? You know, it's like, well, as you must know, the reason I'm putting up a fence is because your dog craps all over my allotment. No, he doesn't. And it's like, oh, anyway. So this thing went on for ages. Next thing I know, a complaint goes in about my fence. This person saying that my fence is unsightly and that it's in the wrong position. So the council come down and they measure the fence and they say everything's fine, blah blah blah. And at which point I have a pop at the council and I say, "Oh, when I was complaining about the dog poo, you weren't very quick to come down, but now someone's complained about my fence, and we all know who that is. You've come down to have a word with me." So I wasn't best pleased, and these stupid little things carried on for a week, months, years, whatever. I've had can't be proven. Just going to say this can't be proven, so I'm not held accountable for slander or anything. Um, but they'd be have an argument, and then I don't know. I'd be down there and I'd put my leeks in, and then I go back down the following day, and all my leeks were cut in half. And it's like, yeah, the birds don't cut them in half, like pull them out, or they don't cut them in half, like they've been gone through with a hoe. And then they'd moaned about the edge of my plot was weedy, which it wasn't. It had a load of like wild flowers and stuff around it. I even grew some cosmos and everything else. And you've probably seen it in one of the videos. If you've seen it all, I had a burdock plant that self-set and started to grow on the corner of my allotment. And I was growing it, this big bird, and I got it really big, bigger, good 3.5 foot off the ground, and it was a good size one. And the guy next to me had said to me, "Oh, you're growing some burdock?" And I said, "Yeah, it's just self-seeded, so I'm going to grow it. I think I'm going to make some beer with it or something." And he was like, "Oh, good idea." So I was growing this thing for ages. This woman hated it. A couple of weeks later, we go down the allotment. My burdock plant's dead. Guy opposite, and he's like, "What have you done to your burdock plant?" And I was like, "Nothing." And he was like, "It looks like that's been sprayed, that has." And I was like, "Wouldn't surprise me." And then, talking to another allotment person on there, they told me that they'd seen this person going around spraying weeds on other people's plots. Yeah. And she'd caught them doing it on their plot, and she'd moan about it and said, "Why are you spraying weed killer at the end of my plot?" So there we go. Again, nothing really happens. Keep getting more and more grief, more and more shit basically of your allotment's messy, complaining about things, doing petty things like they'd cut their grass so that it was really short and it was opposite mine, uh, and then they go and report it to the council and say Ross hasn't cut his grass. At which point it was like, well, yeah. The reason my grass doesn't look cut is because they cut theirs the day before me, and then brought you down to show it. And it's loads of this crap, basically. Oh, sorry, I just messages pop up. So anyway, I've had loads of conversations. Well, not conversations. I've had loads of contact with this person where they just basically bark at me, snide remarks, this, that, and the other. But whenever they want something, they're quite happy, to take advantage. Then when I manage to get free bark, or that they wanted a few barrows in the past. When I brought my trailer down there and they had a load of paint cans, I said throw them in my trailer and I'll take them to the tip. So this is where we come on to today. So for the last week, I've been having a tidy up at my allotment. You'll see the video, and I might even show you some of this footage. I haven't decided yet. So trailer's been down on the allotment. I've been filling it up, tidying up, getting rid of some plastic sheet in. Anyway, that's irrelevant. And I've said to other people, my trailer's going to be down my allotment for this week. If you've got a little bit of rubbish, don't go mad, but chuck your rubbish in my trailer. And when I go to the skip, I'll take it to the skip, because we've all got permits in Telford, so it doesn't cost me anything. I'm allowed 10 permits a year. I never use them up, and I'd rather take a full trailer and use a permit than half trailer. Job done. So my trailer has been down the one end of the plot, obviously because I'm at the other end to the gate, and it's been not opposite but adjacent to this person's plot, because hers is on the main thoroughfare through the allotment. So I went down there, dropped my trailer off, quarter filled it, left for the day. Went back down the following day. My trailer was moved to the top of the allotments, and it's like neither here nor there. But it's like, for God's sake, I don't need the hassle of having to move the trailer backwards and forwards with my back. Hence, I've left it there for what's going to be 4 or 5 days. Not in the way, by the way. Perfectly accessible all the way around and wide, So anyway, I chalk on it in pen. Do not move, not yours to touch, because I know who's been moving it. Get down to the allotment today and just first of all, one of the plot holders says, 2 minutes after you left the other day, she moved your trailer. And I was like, why? I don't know. I have no idea. They go, she's just stupid. And you just they're thinking to yourself, what's wrong with this person? So she comes in, and I'm down the other end with my car this time, and the trailer, obviously, because the trailer's still there, because I'm dropping off a load of chicken pellets. I hope this story isn't too boring. Okay, it gets better, trust me. You're all still in the room, so that's fine. So I'm dropping off the chicken pellets, and obviously they're heavy, so I'm not going to walk them all the way down my plot. I barely walk down there on a good day anyway, let alone walk there carrying a load of chicken pellets. So take the pellets down. First thing she says, "You've got to move your trailer," which I look at her and say, "No, I don't." And she's like, "Yeah, you do. You've got to move your trailer." Is she buried in compost now? No. She's not, unfortunately. So anyway, and I'm like, not moving my trailer. I said, my trailer is allowed to be there. It's on the grass. It's on the thoroughfare. I call it the public path. It's fine. So then she goes into a whole rant of I've destroyed the grass. It's her grass because she cuts it and maintains it. And I'm like, and I was like, no, it's sorry, reading the comments again. And I was like, no, it's not your grass. Yes, we're all responsible for cutting the grass outside our allotments. That's part of our little contract thing. But it's not your grass. Anyone has the right to park there while they drop things off and pick things up. Right? We're not allowed to stay there all day, but when we're dropping things off and picking things up, we're allowed to park there. Right? And anyone's allowed to drive down here. And if I want to leave my trailer at the end here, when I fill it up with rubbish for 4 or 5 days, I can do that. That's fine. It's not blocking your allotment. It's fine. So she goes on. I've got the footage of this, and I was going to play it, but I'm not going to yet. I'm going to keep that for a bit. She goes on and on and on and on about how I've destroyed the grass. I go down there and it's wet. I churn all the grass up, this, that, and the other, and I don't. You all know I've got a crappy Toyota Avensis that's 20 years old and it's rear wheel drive. There's no way I'm going through there in the wet and the mud because I get stuck. Right. And I know I got stuck, but because before she had an allotment on the site, I got stuck and had to be towed off. Yeah. So I don't go down there in the wet because I can't. But someone who does or used to go down there in the wet is her son in a big Land Rover 4x4. And he would churn up all the mud and then she'd blame me. And that was another thing. She wouldn't call the council up and she said to the council that I churned all the mud up and this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Um, when I spoke to the council, I was like, yeah, two people have been down there this winter. And I was like, there was me in my Toyota, or there was her son in a Land Rover 4x4. Which one of us do you think churned all the grass up? Yeah, so anyway, she gets moans about the grass. It's her grass. Then she says I can't park there and I can't have my trailer there. But this is where it gets really, really interested. Right. She actually said, and what she doesn't realise is obviously I whipped my phone out and pressed record. So I've got the picture, but I got the conversation. She says, if I find your trailer down here again, I'm going to wheel it out and leave it on the car park. And what she means by the car park is the street outside, basically. So she's willing to dump my trailer in the street, knowing full well that somebody will go past and nick it in the night or whatever. So I've got this on conversation now, and I've spoke to the police, and the police said, if anything happens to your trailer, get in contact with us, and she'll get prosecuted because it's akin to like theft and criminal damage because she's knowingly moving my property. So yeah, that's why I've been in a rubbish mood today. Basically, that is my allotment wars rant, and I wanted to get it off my chest because it's yeah, it's you can see it's done my nutting, but it's so funny because it's so petty and stupid. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, I'm going to read the chat and see what you wanted to say. I know we've lost a few people, but well, that's neither here nor there, really. Da, da, da. No, I wish. I wish. No, it is Nick. It's crap. This person is absolutely rubbish. Just gets on it. It just makes you feel like crap. Apparently, my allotment looks like Steptoe's yard. Apparently, but I know this anyway because she talks about me behind my back all the time. What she doesn't realise, people tell me because the people down there like me, and whenever she says something, it just comes back to me anyway. Oh yeah, and I actually told her today no one likes her. Because only quite classy and like say hi, good morning, how you doing? I know that really winds her up. But today when she was writing off, I said, do you know what your problem is? I said, no one here likes you. She was like, don't say that. And I was like, no, they don't. Nobody likes you. I said, they all think you're a pain in the arse. She was like, about people don't like you. Well, they do. And I was like, because all the six people who have been helping me and using my trailer this week all like me. And all the people I talk to say that you're a real pain in the arse. So I bet she's on YouTube. No, no. She's like 70. That's the worst thing. She's like 70. Not that 70-year-olds aren't on YouTube. But yeah. Find yourself 34-year-olds arguing with a 70-year-old, and part of you thinks to yourself, oh no, must respect the older generation. And the other part of me thinks, no, she's an absolute dick. I love it. She sounds like the woman in my dreams. Is that just now you found out she's 70? Have a floaty boat, mate. I'm not here to judge. No, she is a pain in the backside. Yeah. No, when you say the other people, they do really support me in, they talk, and they're not. I know bullshitty bullshitters who play one side against the other and bitch at mine, and these people aren't. There's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's at least 7 people there that I, hand on heart, trust, and I know them quite well just from being down the allotment, and they've all at their own times come to me and had their own little rant about her without me bringing it up first. So I know that when they say she annoys me, I know that she really does, and they're not just saying it to see what I say to get back to her. And to be perfectly honest, even some of the older generation on the allotment, and I'm not going to give names away because some of you have probably seen them in my videos and stuff, but some of the people who are of the older generation have even said the same thing. It's like, God, one of them even said, who does she think she is? Does she think she owns the allotment? And this was like another, I'd say 60, 70-year-old woman talking about another 70-year-old woman. It's just this one person seems to be the bane of all our problems, and she doesn't care. As long as she, excuse me, as long as she gets her way, she doesn't care. Excuse me. I had to get some water, sorry. Apologies for drinking water on the live chat. I know it should be whiskey, but I haven't got any. It should be beer, and I've only got one, and it's in the fridge. If anyone would like to buy me some whiskey, then please click on my Amazon wish link. There is a lovely bottle of Macallan on there. Just kidding, just kidding. Sorry, just reading the chat. If it goes quiet, talk amongst yourselves, but not too fast because then the chat will go really quickly. Start collecting gnomes for a plot. Well, that is funny that you say that, and not about the gnome situation, which just spurred me. One of the guys who is a couple of, I'm going to see where he is, whether he's a couple of plots up or a couple of plots over, just in case. But one of the people said to me, this was about a year ago, they said, so Ross, why do you put all your bottles on top of your garden canes? And I looked at him and said, well, 2 really. I said, 1, stop myself poking myself in the eye, which is the main reason, because you bend down, cane in the eye, if it's got a Lucozade bottle over the top of it, it's not going to get you in the eye. And he was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, 2, I said, it also stops earwigs getting into the cane, and it can also scare off pigeons because they blow in the wind and they make a noise. The pigeons don't really like them. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, but there's an even better reason. And he was like, what's that? And I said, because it really pisses her off because she really hates the bottles. And she's mentioned the bottles numerous times about, it looks like a landfill site because you've got those bottles on top of those garden canes. What's that all about? And I was like, well, start yourself poking you in the eye. They scare the pigeons away, whatever. Get a bird scarer because nothing can be recycled for her. You see, it has to all be bought new from the garden centre. So, and I was like, okay, this obviously really annoys her. I'm going to do it more. So I put pop bottles on every single garden cane I had. If it was 14 foot in the air, right, and the chances were that the only thing poking their eye in it was a seagull, a pop bottle went on top of it. So this other guy, he's standing next to me with a bottle of pop, and at this point we're standing on his plot, and he looks at me, he finishes his bottle of pop, and he says, "That's great, that is." Walks off to his shed, gets a garden cane, sticks it in the ground, puts a pop bottle on it, and it's like a direct line of sight to her plot. And he was like, I'm going to do that all the time. And now, if you look at his pot, there's like every time he has a pop bottle, it goes on a garden cane. And you just think to yourself, this is how much people just get so annoyed with her that it's like become a passive aggressive joke now to stick pop bottles on canes because it annoys her. Oh dear. So no to Ross challenge. That'd be brilliant. If anyone would like to buy me some really, really, really fluorescent garish paint, that'd be great. I would happily paint my whole plot like neon pink and green. I'd make it look like someone ate 1987 and then threw up all over my allotment. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Carry on reading these. A gnome bearing its bum in. Yeah. Do you know what? I think she'd really, really hate that. I think I mentioned this before to on one of Erica's live chats. Um, that this is the same person that when they first had an allotment down there, when they first had an allotment, um, this is so stupid, but it makes right. Okay, it might offend some people now. I'll tell you the truth. I'm an atheist. Okay, so I don't agree or believe in any form of religion. Okay, but I also believe that everyone has the freedom to believe in whatever religion they want. To the point, as someone once said, the day they start making Muslims have to declare that they're Muslims is the day I become a Muslim. I'm an atheist, but everyone's got a freedom to believe in whatever they want. That's kind of the fundamental part of atheism, really. Anyway, so I was down the allotment. She'd been there a couple of months, and we talked in passing, and obviously way before allotment wars. So Sandra had come down to bring me some lunch or something, and obviously she'd seen Sandra, and she'd seen Sandra give me lunch, me give Sandra a kiss, and she disappeared and this and the other. And she'd said to me, she said, "Oh, is that your wife?" And I said, "No." I said, "I'm not married." And she went, "But you have children." And I was like, "Yes, I have two children." She was like, "But you're not married. You're not supposed to have children when you're not married." I don't remember if she said it was ungodly, but it was like it was. She said that's unsub. So I think she was like that's non-religious. But anyway, and she was, and I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm not married, and I've got two children." Yeah. And she said, "Oh, well, I don't agree with that." And I said, "What's?" And this is the bit because this is like my one of the way I get. Um, I can be a bit cheeky at times, gets me into trouble. And so she's like, "Oh, I don't agree with that." I was just like, and the best bit is, I says, "I have two children with two different people." And she's like, face just dropped. And it was like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "I'm separated from my ex and I have a son with her. And my new partner is who my daughter is with." And she was just like, so yeah, maybe it all started from there. Maybe I'm like ungodly or something. I don't know. So yeah, the fact if you had a gnome showing its bum, she'd hate it. She really would. Bondage gnomes, like full on S&M bondage gnomes, like life sized ones, 6 foot bondage gnomes. $35 years, 36 years. Wow, that's older than me. Yeah, actually, it might be worth going to Wilkinson's and just clearing them out of Diet Coke and bamboo canes, to be honest. Sorry, just kind of catch up with this chat. Hello, my UK homestead. How you doing? Right, I don't know how long I've been rambling on for now. 35 minutes. Well, give or take, because the chat took ages to load up. I don't know what I'm doing with that. I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. I had live down perfectly when it was on my phone, and now I can't seem to get on it. It says your encoder's not working. Whenever I schedule something, it goes bleh. So yeah, you just have to bear with me. I'm sure you diehard fans will always find me. Oh, it sounds so stupid, doesn't it? But yeah. Anywho, so who else is on here? Yeah, your name really throws me, Kelly. It's just yeah, people with multiple names just it doesn't. I'm really bad with names. Unless your name is literally in your channel name, I don't mean anything by it. I just it just doesn't compute in my head. It's just like, yeah, I know, it's silly. Who's Dave? Oh, Dojo. That is a prime example. Bye, Dave. Yeah. Um, I sent Dave some seeds. I needed to ask him if he'd got them, but he's gone now. I'll have to email you, Dave. No one could say it. Yeah, see, I'm not really Ross either. Maybe in a year's time you'll find out. I do use Ross. All my friends call me Ross. All my family call me Ross. Everyone calls me Ross. And Ross is part of my name, but Ross is not actually my name. Uh, to the point, actually, where when me and Sandra first started living together, I had post delivered to the house one day, like official post, because I use Ross for everything. And she come in, she was like, "We've got post here. It's our address, but it's someone else's name." I said, "What do you mean?" And she says that it says Minton on it. And I was like, "Yeah, that's me." She was like, "Well, where did Ross come from?" And I was like, "What are you trying to say, Sandra?" I said, "You've been living with a guy now for like a year, and you didn't know what his name was." No, no, takes a while. You could may Rosalind, like Rostifer or Russell. No, I don't think any of you will get it. So yeah. See you, Dawn Chorus. Still 10 people here and 5 thumbs. I think that's the most thumbs I've got in a live, actually, to be fair. What was I going to say? There was something else I was going to mention today, actually. All right, so I've caught up with the chat. We've touched on the fact there's going to be a frost. What else? What else? There was something else I was going to say. Oh, yes. For those of you who Rastafari, um, for for those, sorry, you got episode of Friends just flashing through my head. I used to get all the Friends gags when I was younger because of obviously Ross and Friends and Ross and to top it off, I ended up going out with a girl called Rachel when I was in college. Ross and Rachel. Ugh. But yeah, I actually had someone ask me if my name was short for Rostifer. God's honest truth. This person wasn't joking either. They were too young to have witnessed Friends, um, and and they were a little bit simple. Yeah, simple. It's simple in like a in a good way. I'm not mocking someone that actually has learning problems. They were just dense, basically. You're being beckoned. It's nothing quite like being beckoned. I can't even remember what we're talking about now. Crikey. Yeah. Someone refresh my brain. Oh, that was it. Right. Okay. So, for those of you who watch the channel, and not many people are going to see this, there's going to be 10 out of like 600 or something. So, for those that watch the channel, next couple of videos are going to be a bit samey. And the reason they're going to be a bit samey is because the charity Scope have asked me to do a video that's going to appear on their community page. So what I've done is I've shot. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I got cramp in my back. So I've shot a video. Shot sounds really professional. Oh yeah. So I've shot a video, and I've done it. I did an edit, which is for Scope, and then there's another one which is basically footage that's been used through. And the other one, I've done an edit for Scope, which is used for Scope. It's going to be on my YouTube channel, but Scope are going to link to it. Um, and then there's other footage from the last few months and going back further, which is already on my channel and already part of the last lot of videos, which will cross over slightly. So it might be a case of in May, you might watch 2 videos and go, I think I've seen that footage before, and you will have, because it's clips in the same footage. Anyway, that didn't even make sense to me, so it probably made no sense to you guys whatsoever. But yeah, so if you see duplicate footage in May, it's a genuine thing. You were getting saying, no, I wasn't. Nope, nope. My name's quite funny as well because when on my, I think it was my 18th birthday, which was funny for so many reasons, but not the way you think an 18th birthday was funny for. I'd been at a festival all weekend, and cutting a long story short, in the festival all weekend with my mates. Got back, was really hungover. Was like, I'm not going out. I'm not going out. I'm not going out. Mates like, come to the pub. Come to the pub. Come to the pub. I'm like, not going to the pub. I'm drinking all weekend. I'm not going to the pub. In the end, my mom's like, oh, just go and see your friends. It's your birthday. I'm like, fine. I'll go to the pub. So I walk in the pub, and then all my family and all my friends are there, and they surprise me. Big banner over the bar says, "Happy birthday, Ross. Happy 18th birthday, Ross." So I go to the bar to get a drink, and one of the old boys who was in the pub, who was probably about at the time was like 60, he looks at me, he looks at the happy 18th birthday Ross, he looks at me, looks at the happy 18th birthday Ross, looks at me and goes, but you've been drinking in here for years. I was like, yeah, I have. But it is my 18th birthday today. Anyway, all the pub sings happy birthday. So everyone goes, happy birthday to, I was like, happy birthday. Yeah, happy birthday, dear. And then everyone in the pub says Ross, apart from my one friend who goes and says the other name. And it's like that episode of Only Fools and Horses when Trigger calls Rodney Dave. So, anyway. But you're not getting out of me. No chance. Yeah, whatever I'm called. That's it. My subscriber count is going to go down now. People are like, oh my God, he's so fake. Doesn't even use his real name. I haven't got a fake name. Real name. Just, yeah. But no one ever calls me by my other name. No. So, yeah. Right, folks. Is her name Dave? It's not Dave. No. You won't get it. You won't get it. I tell you what, right? Little bit of peace. Yes. When I get to 1K, I'll tell you all what my name is. And that's a big step for me because there's people I've worked with that never knew until they accidentally like stumbled across a payslip in a drawer or this and the other. So it is indeed. Ross is my middle name, but don't be clever and try and Google it because there is no data trail to my first name. It's on my passport. It's on my driving license. It's on official documentation. So yeah, so everyone who wants to know my real name, you've got to tell all your subscribers to subscribe to me. And I'll tell you what it is. It's funny you say that about your dad not using his name, using middle one too. My nan does it. My stepdad does it. Who else does it? Oh, and I found out that my stepdad's dad, my step granddad, his dad did it as well. So, so yeah, there's loads of people out there that do it. Trace's little patch of dirt. Hello. I'm trying to thumbnail's really small, and I'm trying to place your channel in my head. Um, I know I've watched it, and I can't think where you are. It's bugging me now. But anyway, hello, welcome to the chat. Right, peoples, peoples. It's very the king's speech of me. You go by middle name too. If I ever reach 1,000, I'll tell you why. I never really know how quickly it's going to be. There's people on YouTube that I see. Oh, I got my 4K in a month, and you're like, I've been doing it for 3 years, and I've just made 600. Yeah. Okay. Right, folks. Anyone got any questions before I go and get that beer out the fridge and watch a film? Excuse me. And go to bed. Is everyone in here now from the UK? Have we lost our Aussie friend? Small garden escape. Ooh, you might be new. Oh, I don't remember seeing you before. I'm gonna have to do some YouTube stalking. Check your channel out. It's probably someone I've spoken to already, isn't it? Oh, dearie me. This is how bad I am with names and faces. Just bear with me a second. I need to position my cushion. What am I doing at the weekend? Are you really in Canada? That's better. Why did I think you were somewhere else other than Canada? Anyway, weekend plans. Yeah, I've got to empty the trailer, which I plan to do anyway. That's a quick job in tomorrow morning. I've actually got to take my stepdaddy's drill back because I borrowed that to repair my shed roof. What else am I going to do? That's about it, really. Supposed to be metal detected on Sunday. I have a brand new detector. I have a Minelab Equinox 600. Woo! Yeah, so I'm really excited about using that. Okay, the machine is a beast. So I'm going to a metal detecting rally. What else? What else? What else? Oh, and I want to put some more glass in the greenhouse if the weather is sorted tomorrow. I don't want to. I don't want to leave it too long without doing the roof. But I've got 14 pieces of glass to get in it, which is one more load in the car. So yeah, that's about it really. What about everyone else? Anyone got any really interesting plans? Camo Cowboy Outdoors. Hello, how you doing? There's all these new people. Small guns. What part of Canada are you? Um, I'm really bad with my Canadian North American geography, so just give me a north, south, east, west bit. That'd be great. Thank you for that. Little bit of peace. Yes, please hit that like. I don't. Maybe that's why my channel doesn't grow because I've only just started doing the please subscribe, and I've only just started doing the please hit that like and please hit the notification. Maybe people genuinely, uh, need that prompt. I just feel a bit strange saying it sometimes. But thank you for saying that. Yeah, if you hit that like, that's great because it's all about the analytics. That's one thing I know about. And obviously, YouTube sees that I've got 10 people watching, 9 likes. They go, that stream's good, and it gets bumped. And then my channel gets bumped. And then I appear on more people's recommended lists and so on and so forth. And I would like to grow this channel now. Didn't want to start with, but I would like to get that magic 1,000. Not to make any money, because I don't think I will ever make any money. Yeah, well, I've just made you my admin. A little bit of peace. Why the devil not? Yeah, the Detective show on the BBC was awesome. And believe it or not, I have probably met people in Detective that are like the characters in there. It's quite amusing. I need to make a couple more people admin, really, don't I? Just for troll hunting. Right, I just had a quick flick through. There we go. I need some troll hunters just in case we get any. I haven't. I'm sorry, I've had one in the live chat before. But that's it. Ah, you are still there from Australia. Awesome. Hope it wasn't that mind-numbingly boring. Like I said, it was an unplanned live, just going off today's events. I would quite like to visit Australia, to be fair. Although I don't particularly like spiders, and it would freak me out the fact that there's spiders there that could kill me. There's probably spiders there that could eat me whole, just like that's what I see. Like the land that time forgot, and there's like dragonfly as big as jumbo jets and stuff. That's how I envisage Australia to be. In fact, I think that's exactly how Australia must be. Frogs that can just crush 4x4s, things like that. Yeah, the live stream won't work on your phone unless you got 1,000 subscribers, um, because they changed the rules to stop. What's well, you know, terror stuff. Thanks to that guy in New Zealand. So yeah, that was one of the reasons they did it because he GoPro himself. Sorry, scratch, itchy neck. I haven't got fleas, honestly. Um, if I was in Australia, it'd be a giant flea, as big as my head. Yeah, you can do it off a PC. I'm on my Mac now, so same difference. Well, it's not. Macs are much better, but desktop. Um, and sorry, I'm a graphic designer, and most people wouldn't get that humor, but there's like a big rivalry between Mac and PC if you're in the design world. So anyway, so yeah, hence the dodgy camera basically, because it's just a thumbnail thingy. What's the word? Webcam. God, I'm so tired. Streamlabs. I had Streamlabs and it was working really well. And I think Nick was in one of my live chats with Streamlabs, and he said the picture was great because I was using the proper 4K HD on my phone, so it was a really good picture. Um, and then apparently, whether it's true or not, people using Streamlabs were getting red flagged by YouTube if they were under 1,000 subs. So I haven't done one since. Yeah, they do. It's very strong allegiance to Macs. Although the iPhone has gone rubbish in the last few years, absolutely dreadful. Um, in fact, I've had an Amazon. I've had an Android now for crikey, 4 years, 5 years. Just so much better. Just get more value for your buck, more bang for your buck, as it were. I pay probably half the price of Apple for my phone, um, and I get probably better specs and a faster machine. Don't worry about being late. Don't worry at all. Hey, Brian, how you doing? Hope you're all right, Mandy. Ah, there's more people dropping in. I got 10 people here and 9 likes. It's quite good, that, isn't it? Quite pleased with that for a random live. So I just catching up with this chat again, make sure I haven't missed any questions. I don't like missing questions if I can help it. Have another whiskey and stay with us, Ross. I haven't got any more whiskey. Oh, I've got an itchy neck. A really itchy neck. I got water. That's a bit rubbish, isn't it? I'm just going to have a drink. Bear with me, sorry. Right, where were we? I'm happy to stay here and ramble for a long, long time. I can ramble forever, as you all probably know. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Not a Friday night drink. No, I really want alcohol now. I did the Shropshire Real Ale Trail. When did I do that? Last weekend. So we had a bus that went around Shropshire, and we stopped at like 8 different pubs. I drunk a lot. I felt a little bit rough Sunday morning. I don't drink anymore. I really don't. Water with lemon. So that's posh water. I've just got horrible plastic bottle water. I'd quite happily have water with lemon right now. Summer holidays from college. Yeah, I didn't do much gardening when I was in college. No. I did lots of drinking. Did other things that you probably should or shouldn't do. Anyway, we digress. Water with a tea bag. Don't. Ooh. Someone like to make me tea. If someone delivers me tea to my, if I put my hand there, if in the next 20 seconds someone can deliver me tea to that hand, I'll tell you what my real name is. No, it's not going to happen, is it? Had a big dinner, needed lemon. See, we had Chinese. So yeah, we ordered takeaway. We don't really do a lot of takeaway in our house, simply because the cost. Because takeaway is damn expensive now. It's crazy. So yeah, we had Chinese. So fat. I feel so fat. I need to lose. Look at this. I need to lose some weight. I need to do what I need to do what all the girls on Instagram do. Ready? Camera above you. Duck face. There you go. Don't need a diet. Need a diet. Don't need a diet. Need a diet. It's amazing, isn't it, what a camera angle can do? Look at that. I almost look like I've got a David Coulthard chiseled jawbone. No, I haven't. Just trickery. Yeah, I'm just full of Chinese food. I've had prawn toast, chow mein, sweet chili barbecue spare ribs, prawn crackers, pancake roll, and chips. Gotta have chips for the Chinese. Chinese chips look amazing. What do they do? They sprinkle them with some kind of like magic Chinese fairy dust. Diaphragm is in your throat. That is exactly how I feel. That is exactly it. Angle of the face, right? Yeah, you've got to like put that Instagram like. There you go. That's it. That's it. I've got it. There you go. I don't get it. I really, really don't get it. I feel for all these guys and girls that are on dating websites now that have to go and like, turn up for a blind date, and they swipe right on this and they get that. And it's like, False advertiser. I have to say, Mr. McHugh, I have no idea what you're on about. Not a clue what the Saturday, Sunday morning dawn chorus, RTE Radio 1, Mooney Goes Wild is. Not a clue. Not a clue. Um, it sounds, I don't know. you, you joke. Oh, ah, you joke, but other YouTubers that I know who are female that I talk to, and they've all said how you can spot the channels where it's just watched by dirty old men because, like, you see these, and obviously works with boys as well, but you see these channels where the people are talking absolute rubbish, but because they've got a really good, like, thumbnail, and I'm not on about just gardening ones, like all channels, that's it, and you know that like they've got 1,000 million subscribers because half of them are dirty old pervs. See, being gardeners, we should be allowed to do duck face because I bet most of us have got ducks or have had ducks at some point. We should all do it. I might dress up in drag and do a duck face allotment video. It wouldn't be the first time or the second time I've dressed up in drag. So yeah. One of the most fun nights of my life was actually in a gay bar drag act cabaret show in Gran Canaria. Yeah, it was hilarious. It was brilliant. Do you buy drink it? No, it was. Do I buy drink water? No, I don't. We drink it out of the tap in the UK. I have that because I think it was left over from a picnic. I think we back it while we were out, and it was just one of those. It was on the side, and the seal had broke on it. I think my son had dropped it or something, so I was like, "Oh, might as well drink it." We normally have squash straight out of the tap. Well, obviously not squash out of the tap because that'd be amazing. Blackcurrant juice come out the tap. But no, we have diluting juice, as the Scottish people call it. Yeah, that's the problem with just having kids and not having ducks and stuff, isn't it? You can't really eat your kids and they don't lay eggs. It's like, have you seen that? Have you? I think it was Brian. I think it was. I had a great laugh, and afterwards we had a pint with the guys, the girls, who were in it. It was ace. It was really good. And although I went to art school, I'm not gay or bisexual in any way. But I have to say, it was hilarious. Um, yeah, brilliant. And that spurred me on to then actually do a drag thing in Gran Canaria. They did a thing in the hotel where they did a Mister and a Miss competition, like Miss World kind of thing. So me and three lads entered it. Did swimsuit competition, everything. Yes. It'd be so amazing if blackcurrants came out the tap, though, wouldn't it? Just Ribena on tap. Although I'm a blackcurrant and apple person, so it'd be like Robinsons on tap. Oh, cool. You have to send us a link to their act. See if they're on YouTube or anything. You know, he's saying that about photos. There won't be any photos because the most amazing thing about my generation was we were the last generation before you guys had camera phones. So all the stupid stuff I did when I was younger and all the things that could probably have got me arrested, there's no evidence of because no one had a camera phone. Red wine on tap. I wonder how many people here were born, like, were out partying, let's say, before the camera phone. Not Instagram. You just reminded me of a really funny story. It was a separate holiday. But basically, me and my mates went on holiday to Benidorm and we saw an act. We were young, okay? We saw an act called Sticky Vicky. Do not Google that at work, whatever you do. Do not Google Sticky Vicky. I've never been so disturbed in all my life. Right. Anyway, while we were there watching Sticky Vicky, there was a warm up act. And the warm up act was a big fella. And let's just say he was a big fella. Um, and back in the day of film cameras, I went to the bathroom and left my camera on the table. Of which my friend decided that he was going to get said camera and go and take probably half a reel of film's worth of close up shots of Mr. Big Fella's big fella. And he was a big fella. So fast forward to 2 weeks later, and we're back in England, and I go to pick my photos up from Boots the chemist to be greeted by a very lovely assistant, giggling with all of her friends. And I'm there going, "Oh, have you got my holiday photos?" And she's like, "Yeah, yeah, we have." And I'm like, "Brilliant, thanks very much." And I'm like walking to our local town centre, thinking, "Oh yeah, the pool. Oh, that's us on the pirate ship. That's a big, big penis. Another big penis. Another big penis. A big penis in a ball sack. A big penis in an arsehole. An arsehole. A big penis." And yeah, so all these people in Boots um, obviously thought that I liked to take pictures of big penises. Yeah, yeah, I know, I know. And that's when you change your name. Yeah, I had to. I was hounded out of my local town for being the only closet gay in the village. Yeah, yeah, that's who I was. One of the people I was out with on the weekend. That's just it, innit? Back in the day, you had to go and have your pictures collect. You had to go and collect your pictures, and if there was something on there that shouldn't be on there, you knew that everyone in the store had seen it. No, because I'd have physically seen more than I wanted to see, and I'd have probably had it, I don't know, etched onto me by one of my friends, drunkenly got me tattooed or something. No. Wide angle lens. Yeah, it needed to be. Actually, we all had a conversation with the stripper afterwards as well. I think we had a beer with him too, and let's just say we actually felt sorry for the guy afterwards. Poor bloke. No, they didn't put censor stickers on them. It was just yeah. It was just like, yeah. So when you walk into your house and your mom's like, "Oh, you've got your holiday photos, let me look," and you're like, "No, no way. Nope, you're not looking. You're not looking until I burn at least half of them." Yeah, it's the true, isn't it? Youth is wasted on the young, and it's so true. I wish I could be young again, but know what I knew now. I like that. Big past tense. Did I destroy them? Yeah, they were destroyed. They were destroyed. I don't even think they made it. I think I think if memory serves me correctly, I was gonna throw them in a bin in the street, and then I thought to myself, "I don't want someone to pull them out, and then, you know, if that man just threw penis pictures in the bin, quick, arrest him." So I think I took them home and threw them in the bin at home. Yeah. Right, folks, I've been rambling on for far too long, probably boring you all to tears. There's only 7 of you left. Um, sorry. Um, yeah, I got some other funny stories, but I have to save them for another live. Otherwise, I'll run out of material, won't I? Yeah. Yeah. You should, I did start another channel, by the way, if anyone's interested. Um, I wasn't going to publicize it on this channel, simply because, I just wanted to do it on its own merits, really. But my family garden spotted me, and he was like, "I know you," and then that was it. It spread. So if you look, there's a channel out there somewhere called Shropshire Dad, and if you click on it, it's me rambling about randomness and little stories that have popped up in my life, um, and little rants and things. And there's obviously swearing and everything else. So I wanted to keep it completely different to this channel. So yeah, check it out. Yeah, TTS everyone. The wonderful thing about Tigers is Tigers are a wonderful thing. They're bouncy, bouncy, bouncy fun. The wonderful thing about Tigers is I'm the only one. Please, someone get the reference. Otherwise, I just look like a complete turnip. I have a fair few tales. Right, cool. I'm going to go then, folks. I'm going to figure out how to end the stream. I imagine it's the big red button that's there that says end stream. And then I'm going to get this beer at the fridge and I might watch a film and then go to bed. So thank you all for dropping along. It's been awesome. Do you know what? And you've all made me feel a hell of a lot better than I did all afternoon worrying about this poxy woman. So thank you, people. I doff thy hat to you all. No, there's no way I'm watching that. No way. No. Anyway, uh, without being like a young couple on the telephone, you hang up, you hang up. I'll just leave you with this thought.